Each girl in year 8 chooses one favourite sport. So they liked either football, volleyball and hockey. And because they're the 3 sports, okay, and you're adding up fractions each time, when you add them up it becomes equal to 1 whole. So 1 out of 7 liked football, 4 out of 7 liked volleyball, and the missing number for hockey makes it up to 1 whole, or because you're dealing with sevenths, is 7 out of 7. So 1 out of 7 add 4 out of 5. Add 4 out of 7 is 5 out of 7, which means because you've got to have 7 out of 7, then 7 take away 5 is 2. So 2 out of 7 like hockey. And they're telling me that 2 out of 7, 30 of them like hockey. So they're telling me that 2 out of 7 is equal to 30 students. So what I'm going to do now is find what 1 out of 7 is. Because 1 out of 7 is half of 2 out of 7, half of 30, 30 divided by 2 is going to be equal to 15 students. So that means for 1 out of every 7, or 15 students like football. Because I want to know the total number in year 8 now, I need what the full amount is, what 7 out of 7 is. So what I can do, I can either do 15 times 7, and then 15 times 7 is 15 times 7 equals 105. So I can either put it in as 105 students, okay, or I could have found if 1 out of 7 like football, which is 15, 4 out of 7 is going to be 4 times 15, which is 60, and 2 out of 7 is going to be 2 times 15, which is 30, and I could have done 60, add 30, add 15, which makes 105 students. Question number 13. A gas bill or an electric bill. Mrs. Owen received an electricity bill from an electric company. Okay. Meter reading last time, the meter reading this time. With meter readings, they continuously tick over. To work out the number of units used, you always subtract the smallest value from the biggest value. So in terms of that section there, your first bit is going to be to do 2,878 take away 1,514. So when you're doing 2,878 take away 1,514, it comes up as 1,364 units used. So my number of units used is 1,364. 2 units would cost 2 lots of 13.3 pence. So 1,364 would cost 1,364 times 13.3, but with that being bold and underlined, it's in pence, so we need to convert it to pounds. So to convert that from pence to pounds, we then divide by 100. So now 1,364 multiplied by 13.3 and then divide by 100, and that comes up as £181.41. The next step is to find 5%, and to find 5% you can either find 10%, alright, and to find 10% it's going to be £181.41 divided by 10, and then to get 5% you half 10%, or you divide it by 2, so you would then divide the answer by 2. So let's divide the answer by 10 and then divide the answer by 2, and that comes up as £9.07, and that's the VAT. The total charge including VAT now is you add these two values together. So when you're adding these two values together, we got £181.41 plus £9.07, which comes up as £190.48. And the amount owing from the previous bill, so we owe them £21.15, so we now need to add these two together. Alright, so it's £190.48 plus £21.15, which comes up as £211.63. Question number 14, a scatter diagram. First thing you need to think about is X is going across, Y is going up. The scale looks quite easy going across. You're going across in ones, and we're also going up in ones because 10 squares represent 10 units. So I'm going to go across to 20, okay, up to 16. So I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to mark it with a cross. Across 36, up 32. Across 35 to 36, up 32, mark it with a cross. Across 44, up 40, mark it with a cross. Across 22, up 20, mark it with a cross. Across 28, up 34, mark it with a cross. And have I done that point wrong? Yes, it was across 38, so that point is wrong, and that highlights why you should always do it in pencil. So across 38, not 28, so 38, up 34, mark it with a cross. Across 40, up 32, mark it with a cross. Across 48, up 44, so 41, 42, 43, 44, mark it with a cross, and then across 8, up 6. And we've drawn the scattergram. Let's check. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Part B. The mean of the x values is 32. So the mean is you add them all up and divide by how many they are. So calculate the mean of the y values. So to calculate the mean of the y values, you're going to add the y values up. So it's going to be 16 plus 32 plus 40 plus 20 plus 34 plus 32 plus 44 plus 6. We're going to add them up, and then once we get the answer, we're going to divide by 8. So let's have a little look what happens here. We've got 16, add 32, add 40, add 20, add 34, add 32, add 44, add 6 equals 224. And 224 divided by 8 is 28. So that means when I'm drawing my line of best fit, it must go through the x mean is 32 and the y mean is 28. So I'm going across 32 and up 28. So let's go back to the graph. Across 32, up 28, and I'm going to do a big cross. Now with a little, I can see there which one I'm going through. Okay, and now when I draw a line of best fit, it's important it goes roughly through the middle of the points, and it's got to go through that mean value. Okay, and pretty much most of them are on the line, with a couple above and maybe one main one below and two just above, just below the line. What type of correlation? The correlation, it's an upwards trend, so upwards is positive correlation. If it was going down, it'd be negative correlation, and if there was no link at all, there'd be no correlation. Using your line of best fit, find an approximate value of y when x is 25. So when x is 25, you're going across 10, 20, 30, 25 is in the middle of 20 and 30. So if you want to go up on a line on 25, draw across, and it's coming up around 21 or 22. Mine is coming up as just over 21, so I'm going to say closest number, or I could go for 21.5. okay, it's an approximate value, so anywhere between 21, 21.5 and 22.